just say hi again, just a second, or say a few things, because I could hear it coming in through there. Do it again. Just talk. Talk louder. Okay. Test. That's on. That's on. That's on. Welcome to the Richard J. Curry Center. Ryan Jacobson up here in the broadcast booth bringing you live RSEQ men's volleyball action. The host, the UNB Reds, in black. The guests from Dalhousie University in Halifax, the Dal Tigers in white. We're about 10 seconds away from turning this over to our on-floor announcer for player introductions. We'll be back with more webcast verbiage after the playing of Over Canada, and we'll recap the player announcements and lineups at that time. Sit back, enjoy the show. Test.
Dalhousie Tigers and your UNB REDS. Ahead of this evening's game, the Reds would like to respectfully acknowledge that UNB stands on unsurrendered and unceded traditional Wolastoqey land. The lands of Wabanaki people are recognized in a series of peace and friendship treaties to establish an ongoing relationship of peace, friendship, and mutual respect between equal nations. We now ask you to please stand if you're able for the playing of our national anthem. This evening's officials are: first official, Matt Penalty; second official, Gary Toussaint; and your linespeople, Steve O'Rourke, John Hamilton, Sherry Kimball, and Stefan Neto. First up, introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Tigers. Number 5, Michael Donovan. Number 6, Malachi Shannon. Number 8, Derek Icheka. Number 13, Justin Cross. Number 14, Quinn Dowling. Number 16, Josh Deacon. And the liberos, number 3, Arcel Ziozin. And number 4, Andrew Arsenault. The head coach is Dan Ota. And now the starting lineup for your UNB REDS. From New Maryland, number 1, Bradley Merriweather. From Fredericton, number 2, Nick Glenn. From Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil, numero 7, Eduardo. From Ljubljana, Slovenia, number 11, Eric Kodrick. From Volleyball, Nova Scotia, number 16, Bradley Stewart. From Greenfield, Nova Scotia, number 17, Noah Boudreau. And your liberos, first up from Calgary, Alberta, number 3, Austin.
And welcome back to the live webcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just minutes away from first serve. RSEQ men's volleyball action to host the UNB Reds taking on the guests from Dal, the Dal Tigers. The officials for this evening's match: R1 up top on the stand, Matt Van Raalte. Down on the ground, R2, Darren Doucette. On the hot corners, Stefan Nadeau, Sherry Campbell, Stephen O'Rourke, and John Hamilton. Your starters for the Dal Tigers: number 5, Michael Donovan. Number 6, Malachi Shannon. Number 8, Derek Eckham. Number 13, Justin Cross. Number 14, Quinton Dowling. And number 16, Josh DeYoung. The two libs for the Dal Tigers: number 3, Arcel Shiozen, and number 4, Andrew Arsenault. We will get to the UNB starters in just a moment. We've got the setter ready to serve now. Number 1, Bradley Merriweather. Good pass by Arsenault. Dowling runs the middle. Dow connects. First on the board. See Josh DeYoung getting ready to serve now for Dow, number 16. Boudreau to Merriweather. Lucchese beats that off a pair of Dow blockers, and out of play it goes. Point for the Reds. They get on the board. All square at 1. So your starters for UNB: number 1, Bradley Merriweather. Number 2, Nick Glynn. Number 7, he's back to serve right now, Eduardo Lucchese. Number 11, Eric Kodrick. Thomas Vickers is number 15. And their captain, number 16, Big Brady Stewart. Merriweather, good ball to Boudreau. Boudreau rips it cross. Arsenault can't handle it. And that's a point for the Reds. And the libs. Forgot to mention the libs for UNB. Number 3, Austin Ross from Calgary, Alberta. And number 5, Scotty Mann from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Casey throws up his spinner. Takes a lot off it. Into the net it goes. That'll be a point for the Tigers. Soft roll shot picked up by Mann. Oh, big bomb. Cross hits that into a pair of UNB hands. Shut down at the net. Point for the Reds. Bradley Stewart will go back to serve now for UNB. Service ace for the captain. UNB quickly out here. 2-point spread, 4-2, early here in the evening. These two teams haven't faced any live competition in quite some time due to the quote-unquote pandemic. Back row ball volleyed over, the jump volley. Not often seen anymore. Dowling picks that up. Arsenault's got to play it now. He sets outside of the wing. Swing and a miss for cross. And it looks like a touch call. Hawkeye Sherry Campbell in the hot corner called that one. Having a laugh with her fellow lines officials on that one. Not sure what the inside joke is. As we see number 6 getting ready to serve now for the Tigers, Malachi Shannon. Got a good jump float, lots of action on it. Knuckleballs that. Lucchese handles it well. Kodrick in the middle. Defending well as play continues. Merriweather handles. Boudreau. Little hitch to his step, but he swings and he'll score a point. Number 17. Boudreau's in his first year from Greenfield, Nova Scotia. And he'll go back to serve now. (5-3) UNB leading. Good crowd on hand here tonight. I think a lot of people are keen to get out and see some live competition, whether it's volleyball or whatever sport, because things have been shut down for so long. These teams have been still training as best as they could, getting into gyms wherever they could, getting workouts in, staying in top shape. And I'm sure there's a lot of nerves out here. It's almost like they're starting the season over again. That serve sails in. Stefan Neto says that caught the line. He has a better view than I do, that's for sure. So we won't argue. 5-5. Dal setter puts that square into the net, and it does not trickle over. That would be number 14, Quentin Dowling. Fourth-year commerce student at Dal from Waterloo, Ontario. Runs a good offense, got some good experience under his belt now. Soft tip over the block of Kodrick and Lucchese. That'll score for Dal. Back to serve now for the Tigers. Justin Cross, number 13. We're tied up at 6. Good pass there by Scotty Mann. Lucchese outside. Free ball coming for UNB. Boudreau to Merriweather. Pipe ball to Nick Lynn. Good D for the Dal Tigers to pick that one up. Lynn laced that one. And Merriweather getting credit for the block. Eric Kodrick back to serve. 6'5" from Ljubljana, Slovenia. Took a lot off that one. He normally has a lot more pace on that jump float. Lots of action. Must have saw Dal defending him deep here on the serve. Looking to drop one into the heart of the court. We'll see what he does here on his second serve. UNB up now 8-6. Dowling goes behind him. But Josh DeYoung can't find a hole. UNB closing that gap. Timeout, Dalhousie Tigers head coach Dan Oda looking to slow things down. UNB now up by 3. It's 9-6 here. Early stages of set number 1. You're watching live RSEQ men's volleyball action from the Richard J. Curry Center here at the University of New Brunswick in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. We'll be back in just a few moments. Timeout is over, and in-house DJ Mitch Claiborne pumping the sick jams, trying to get this crowd motivated. Get some noisemakers in the crowd as well. About 4 rows up behind the Dal service area. A garbage can and a golf club. And a couple of baseball bats. Let's just hope they're just using them for noise. Nice run through the middle. Dal. UNB defends well. Good pick up there by Arsenault. Roll shot coming. Little throw, which apparently is legal now. He can throw the ball. Sort of. No touch. Out of bounds. Serving now for Dal, number 8. Derek Ejecum, 6'3" engineering student from Gander, Newfoundland. Standing float goes cross body, cross court. Handled by UNB, they transition and score. 10-7 now, the Reds are up. Bradley Merriweather will go back to serve. Good serve of Merriweather. Arsenault has a little bit of trouble with that one. Well hit ball there by Michael Donovan out in the wing. But a half speeder catches UNB off guard. Into the wall it goes. Good chase by UNBD though. Now serving for Dal, number 16, Josh DeYoung. Monster block that time. Lucchese and Brad Stewart teaming up to shut down that swing by number 5, Michael Donovan.
Now serving for the Reds, number 7, Eduardo Kexi.
Good pass by Donovan. Sorry, that pass was Justin Cross to Dowling to Donovan for the kill. And now Donovan will go back to serve now for the Tigers. And that'll score. Not by design, let me tell you that much. Catches the tape, trickles over, and falls on the UNB side. But nonetheless, it's a point for Dal. They only trail now by 1. It's 10 serving 11. Quick shout out to a couple of UNB volleyball alumni. That was a tricky play. What happened there? Looks like that one hit the inside of the top of the tape on the inside of the antenna. Closest to our R1 official, Matt Van Ralte. Quick shout out to men's volleyball alumni Mike Waugh and his wife, who also played for UNB, Jenny Schulten Waugh, who are watching from home with their boys. Nice to have you along. Dowling goes pipe. Good rip there by Michael Donovan. No mistake there. Dal now with their first lead. It's 12-11, and head coach Dan McMorrin wants to stop this run. He'll try to cool the Dal Tigers a little bit. And that will allow me to grab a quick drink of water, and we'll be back in just a few seconds. Don't go too far. Timeout is over. Michael Donovan gets set to start us off here, number 5. for the Dal Tigers. They lead by 1 here in the first set. It's 12-12. Just like that, didn't even get the words out of my mouth, and UNB scores to tie it up.
Back to serve for the Reds will be number 16, Bradley Stewart.
And the captain, Bradley Stewart, back to serve for UNB. Arsenault, not as perfect as he'd like it, but he does the job on that serve receive. Good pick up there by Stewart. Merriweather runs Kodrick in the middle. Boudreau looks around. Soft little half-speed shot across court. Catches a Dal Tiger in the shoulder, and the ball can't be controlled. That'll be a point for UNB. And Brad Stewart will go back to serve again. Stewart, Arsenault's having some trouble on serve reception. Number 4, the libero for Dal. Merriweather runs Kodrick in the middle. No lines call. But Matt Van Ralte calls that in. Point for the Reds. Stewart, good action on that. Handled well, though, by Cross. Tips it softly over the UNB block. Point for the Tigers. One of the best volleyball names in the league, Malachi Shannon, back to serve for the Dal Tigers. Jump float handled well by Lucchese. Merriweather runs Boudreau behind him. Dowling pumps it out to number 13, Justin Cross. Tried to tip it over the UNB block, but just didn't have enough oomph on the ball to get it over. He'd like to have that one back for a redo. He's asking the officials for a mulligan on that. Probably not going to get it. Substitutions now for the UNB Reds. Into set now, number 10, Austin Regier. Merriweather will check out, and in the block through the front row is number 8 for UNB, Jacob Harris. I didn't see who came out for Harris. Over bump. Lucchese will gobble that up. Cross-court shot hits DeYoung in the ankle.
And that'll bring us to the technical timeout of set number 1, with UNB leading 16-13.
Technical timeout, 16-13. UNB leads at the tee. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back. The technical timeout is over. Both teams making their way back onto the court. UNB leads. First set here, live RSEQ men's volleyball action. The host, UNB Reds, taking on the Dal Tigers from Halifax. Austin Regier back to serve for the Reds, number 10. Good run to the middle by Dal. Ejeckham just narrowly missed on that one. Back to serve now, The setter for Dal, Quinton Dowling. Soft float handle well by UNB. Regier serves it up there for Jacob Harris on a platter, but he beats it into the Dal Tiger defense. Good crowd on hand here at the Curry Center. Probably a couple hundred people here, almost standing room. Probably should mute my mic when that happens. Big rip there by Nick Lynn on the right side. Sails a massive floater over towards the lines official. John Hamilton narrowly got out of the way, and Dal Tigers players on the bench caught the ball. Tied up at 16. Dowling still serving. He goes line at Boudreau. Merriweather pumps it back to Lucchese. He'll tool it off a couple of Dal defenders. Out of play, and it's a point for the Reds. As we see Nick Lynn going back to the ball cart. Good serve by Glenn. Dowling out on the wing to DeYoung. Play kept alive. Arsenault bump sets to DeYoung. Boudreau to Merriweather. Setter dump. Smart play. Good presence of mind there by Merriweather. Shoved that in that deep corner. You don't often see a setter volley back to that corner. Often they, try to go to the pod or just narrowly over the net. But that was a good presence of mind. He must have taken a quick peek over his shoulder to see that hole. Timeout Dal Tigers. Oda looking to settle his troops down as UNB starting to pull away now in the latter stages. It's 19-16. And a quick shout out to another very proud UNB alumni from the volleyball program and from Fredericton, Bruce Ashfield. Never misses a webcast. Bruce lives in the Ottawa area and a faithful webcaster. Tunes in wherever he is, whether he's on the road for work or if he's home. Good to have you along, Bruce. You and Walk and text each other and be like you're watching the webcast together, except you're apart. Dowling, pipe ball to number 5, Malachi Shannon. He's stopped hard by, looked like Merriweather and Codrick teaming up. Codrick getting credit for the solo block though. And Nick Lynn will go back to serve for the Reds. Push to 5 now for UNB. It's 20-16. Arsenault with a good pass to Dowling. Goes behind him to cross. Kept alive by UNB. Over to the... would have been 4 touches anyway. Lucchese putting on a show here. Getting the crowd some laughter.
Back to serve for the Tigers, number 13, Justice Cross.
Cross serving now for Dal. 17-20. Throws up the spinner. Merriweather has to give chase. Lucchese winds up. Buries it cross. Splits a couple of defenders in the back there for Dal. They can't control it.
Serving for the Reds, number 11, Eric Codrick.
Codrick serves now at 21-17. Dowling nice pick in the middle with Eckham. He'll score. The kid's doing all the right things, Eckham. Although he's I guess maybe misfired on a couple, but he's in the right spot. Just timing's off a little bit with Dowling. And back to serve now for Dow. Checking in, Ted Gravenson. And he'll come off the bench. Tough to do at any point, but at 21-18, serve that one wide of all places. Must have been going after a target. Misses it. That'll bring setter Bradley Merriweather back to serve. Number 1 from New Maryland. It's 22-18. Arsenault to Dowling. There's that little throw shot from Donovan. Kind of slap, half throws it. Trying to wipe it off the blockers. Josh DeYoung serves. Boudreau to Merriweather. Back to Boudreau. Gets up high and beats that off of Dowling's hands and out of play over towards the UNB bench. And that'll be a point for the Reds. Substitution for UNB. Lucchese was set to head back to serve, number 7, but he's going to be replaced by number 4. Nathaniel Hayburn. First year, he's actually listed as a lib. First year player from Lethbridge, Alberta. So he'll go back to do some service duties here. Cervero, number 4, goes down the line. They're going after Arsenault, who's actually picked up his game since they started serving at him more often. Good pass there by number 4. His father, Serge Arsenault, played forever, probably still plays senior ball here in the province from Bathurst, New Brunswick. Now serving for Dow. Michael Donovan, he throws it up. Unleashes. Lucchese handles it well. Merriweather has to hustle over to it though. And that is Nick Glynn climbing the ladder, beating that off hands and over to the scorer's table. Point for UNB. 24-20. Captain Stewart. Set point. The crowd goes quiet. Jump float. Donovan runs middle, picked up by Merriweather. Glynn, line shot, someone's on the net, and it's a Dal Tiger, number 14. Dowling gets called, and that gives UNB the 25th and final point of the set. They take this one 25-20. We will be back with set number 2 from the Richard J. Curry Center in just a moment. Don't go too far. Welcome back to the Richard J. Curry Center. Ryan Jacobson up here in the broadcast booth, bringing you live RSEQ men's volleyball action. In white, the Dal Tigers from Dalhousie University in Halifax. In black, your UNB Reds from right here in Freddie Beach. Quick scan of the players on the floor. Looks to be the same lineup for both squads. Nick Glynn to Merriweather to Boudreau. Dowling, good save at the net. Athletic setter for Dal. Glynn pushes it over, free ball coming. Dowling goes pipe ball to number 13, Cross, who sails that one long.
Serve for the Reds, number 1, Brandon Merriweather.
Served by Merriweather, handled well by Arsenault. Another miss hit by the Tigers. This time it's number 5. Donovan sails it really long. Merriweather getting his serving assignment from head coach McMorrin. There's a battle at the net now. Kept alive. A little throw. Over bump. Merriweather does well to save it. Goes to Stewart, who does not get hands. That'll be a point for the Tigers.
Now serving for the Tigers, number 5.
Donovan. Chicken wing dig by Lucchese off the shoulder. Boudreau roll shot picked up by DeYoung. Oh, big block by UNB. Comes back and takes Donovan. We'll say off the shoulder, but it might have been a little closer to the noggin. Another big block at the net. Number 13 shut down. That's Cross. Can't put it by Stewart and Lucchese. That's a monster wall. Lucchese, I just about said, used to have a wild jump spin serve. Hasn't used it in at least a season. And as I was thinking that, I don't know if I tapped into his mojo or what, but it looked like a half float and half spin attempt. Anyway, it went into the net. Anyway, sorry about that, Eduardo, if I jinxed you somehow. Boudreau scores, and Stewart will go back to serve now for UNB. 4-2. Over bump. Gobbled up there by Kodrick. Miss hit there. It was outside the intent anyway. Lines officials caught that one. Timeout now for the Dal Tigers. They trail by 4. UNB up 6-2. Stewart, good float serve there. The bottom fell out of that one. Good pickup though by Donovan to keep it under control.
Now serving for the Tigers, number 14,
Quentin Dowling will go back to the service line for Dal, number 14. Goes after Lucchese, who can't handle that one. Boudreau gives chase over to the first couple of rows here on the side, but it's out of play. That'll be a service ace for Dowling. This time it's Scott Mann who has trouble handling that serve from Dowling. This time Dowling serve into the net. Easy point for the Reds.
back to the serve for the Reds, number 17, Boudreau.
Boudreau throws it up, spinner coming. He misses wide. Dowling was smart to let that one go. Dives out of the road. Crosslets at rip. Scotty Mann to Merriweather. Lucchese beats it off hands. That's a point for UNB. Good jump float there by Nick Lynn. Lots of action on that. Good pace as well. Justin Cross can't handle it. Tried the overhand volley, the overhand pass rather, and out of play it goes. Service ace for Nick Glynn. He'll serve again. UNB now leading 9-6 here in set number 2. If you just joined us, UNB took the first set by a set score of 25-20. Kodrick and Lucchese teaming up out in the wing, but they can't control the block. Dal attacker beats it off their hands and out of play for a point. Play continues. Merriweather setter dump. Smart play. Shoves that through the Dal block. Blocked it by the two Bradleys, Merriweather and Stewart. Another good block by Merriweather. Dowling goes wing again. Good ball that time by number 5. Donovan rips it hard line past Merriweather for a big kill for the Tigers. Now back to serve for Dal, number 16, Josh DeYoung. Nick Glenn with some trouble handling that. Finally bumps it over. Dal free ball now. They run middle. That's Dowling connecting with number 6. Malachi Shannon makes no mistake. Point for the Tigers. They only trail now by 1. It's 9 serving 10 here in set number 2. Casey some trouble. Stewart gives chase. Boudreau. A down ball attempt that goes wide. Head Coach Dan McMorran not too pleased with that attempt. Lucchese has to hustle to get that one. Serve hit the net and just trickled over. Kept in play though. Donovan on a rampage here over on the wing. Number 5. Big arm swing for Dal. Timeout called by head coach UNB. Gotta repeat that. Head coach. We'll be back after a few moments. The timeout is over, and I will try to spit that out a little cleaner. That timeout was called by head coach for the UNB Reds, Dan McMorran. There we go. The curse of live commentating. No redos up here. Back to serve to start us off here after that timeout. Number 16, Josh DeYoung. Boudreau gives that a spank. Goes through Donovan and Malachi Shannon. And we're all square at 11s. If you're into numerology, it's 11-11. Good serve by Merriweather. Gives Arsenault some trouble. Still having some trouble passing. Merriweather to Mann. And Lucchese with the hitting error. Substitution. McMorran not happy with that. Lucchese will take a break. Number 7, he's being replaced by number 12, Callum Doherty. Donovan blisters that. Man can't handle it. Off his shoulder and out of play. Service ace for number 5. And Dal now leads by 2. It's 13-11. Takes a little bit off it. Boudreau handles it. Merriweather goes behind him to Doherty. UNB keeps that alive after Dal blocks. Another good pickup by Merriweather. Man to Doherty. Miss hit, out of play. Point for the Tigers. 14-11. A lot of volleyball alumni here in the house. Paul Diamond, John Easty, Gilles Claire, Randy Wilson, Daron Merriweather. All sitting in a little pack over there. Raising a ruckus. Head coach for St. Thomas women's team is here, Donnie McKay. Good crowd on hand. All the local legends. Timeout is over. Both teams making their way back onto the court. Michael Donovan still serving for the Tigers. Let's see if he brings the big bomb. He winds up. Dal looking for the service ace call. They're not going to get it. That one sailed long.
Back to serve for the Reds, number 12, Callum Doherty.
Callum Doherty gets set. Jump float. DeYoung. Good dig there by Mann. Merriweather gives chase. Doherty, little tip shot. Dal runs middle, connecting with Malachi Shannon there. Shannon with a nice kill, cross body. Shannon will go back to serve now for Dal. Catches the tape, kept alive. Good pick up there by Merriweather off the net. Dal's turn now, swinging away. Play continues off the UNB block. Man to Merriweather. To Nick Glynn, who gets some hands, gets a touch call.
Server for the Reds, number 16, Bradley Stewart.
Stewart with a good jump float serve. Donovan handles it. DeYoung hitting air, he's on the net. Point for the Reds. Timeout for the Dal Tigers. Well, it's kind of a questionable time to call it. It's 15-14. Dal needs 1 point to bring them to the technical timeout, which wouldn't rest against their timeout. So Oda decides to burn one anyway. UNB captain Brad Stewart getting ready to start us off here after that timeout. It's 14 for UNB, serving against 15 for the Dal Tigers. Good pickup by Doherty off that shot by Cross. Free ball for UNB. Merriweather gives chase, pumps it out to Glynn. Good up there by Donovan. DeYoung to Cross. Stewart to Merriweather. Kodrick connects in the middle. That's a point for the Reds, 15 apiece. Good transition on both sides. All square at 15. Next point takes us to the technical timeout. Arsenault, good pass to Dowling. Goes behind him. Good up there by Stewart. Boudreau. Nick Glenn, little roll shot. Oh, touch call for sure. A couple of UNB defenders played that one. Out of play it goes. And Dal leads at 16-15 at the technical timeout. We'll be back in a few moments with the continuation of set number 2. Welcome back to set number 2, live RSEQ men's volleyball action. The Dal Tigers leading here 16-15 in set number 2. Your hosts in black, the UNB Reds. Kodrick is fed through the middle. Free ball coming now. Dal recovers. Man with a good pass to Merriweather. He looks behind him to Boudreau. Number 17 spanks that cross corner for a kill. And we're 16 apiece. Substitutions for UNB checking in to do the setting is Regier. And Harris comes in. Checking out Boudreau 17 and Merriweather 1. So new in, Regier 10 and Harris 8. If you're keeping track of substitutions at home. Mike Waugh, I'm looking at you. Good serve by Regier. Good pass by Arsenault. Looks like a hacky sack convention out there. Players are, of course, able to kick the ball now to keep it alive. Quick shout out to Papa Ken Burns. That would be Kristen Burns' father. Kristen plays for the women's team here at UNB. Ken rarely misses a match unless he's out on his snowmobile, but chimed in to say that his driveway is a sheet of ice, and he's outside skating on his driveway and watching the game on his handheld, his tablet, I believe. That's dedication. That's the funniest shot you'll see in a long time. Kodrick kind of knuckles it over, and it scores. Whatever it takes. We'll be leading now, 18-17. Set number 2. Nick Glynn will go back to serve now for the Reds, number 2. Good serve. Arsenault still hasn't been able to dial it in. Good up there by Nick Glynn. Good dive to his right. Pop that ball straight up. And substitutions for Dal. Jeckham will check out. He's number 8, being replaced by number 9, Ted Gravenson, who will go back to serve. Free ball coming for Dal. Just sails long. Just missed the end line. Line official John Hamilton, though, was dialed in, ready to make that call, sitting right there. Gravenson will serve again. Dal leads 19-18. Regier goes behind him to Harris. Good swing that time by DeYoung. Gets up there, climbs the ladder, and puts a spanking on that. For Dal's 20th point, they lead 20-18. Merriweather being checked back in, as is Boudreau. So back in 1 and 17. Checking out 10. That's Regier and Harris, number 8. Good serve by Gravenson. Doherty gets on top of that one, kept alive though by Dal. Tight play at the net. Gravenson with good defense off the block. And Merriweather can't control his block. Out of play it goes. Dal 21. UNB 18. Kodrick coming back in, number 7, replacing number 12, Callum Doherty. Gravison still serving for Dal. Sails that one long.
Out of bounds, that'll be serve UNB. Back to serve for the Reds, number 11, Eric Kodrick.
And Eric Kodrick will go back to serve for the Reds at 19-21. The latter stages of set number 2. If you've just joined us, like Ken Burns, we are in set number 2, and UNB took the first one, 25-20. Good pass by Donovan. Kodrick's got a good float. Nice reach there by Lucchesi. Dal scrambles. Donovan, sort of an off-kilter step, still swings pretty good. And he scores pretty much uncontested there. He's got to defend that one a little stronger. DeYoung serves at 22 to 19. Shannon gobbles that up. Lucchese gets on top. Cross with a pretty good dig. Donovan tips over the UNB block. Lucchese winds up. Good D by Cross. Fantastic D by Boudreau from UNB, sprawling in the backcourt. Hard cross by Michael Donovan, and he'll score for the Tigers. Quick shout out to the UNB women's team. Apparently they're dialed in watching from Halifax. Nice to have you along. Merriweather setter joust. He wins that battle against Donovan. Just pushes the grease off the hands and out of play. And Dowling's looking for some sort of a chat with Matt Van Raalte. Probably not going to do a whole lot of good. I mean, seriously, have we, we've all done it, going over and talking to the officials, but nice to have a chat, but not much ever changes. Merriweather serves at 21-22. Over bump, slam dunk by Stewart. Stewart handles this one with his hands. Merriweather looks like he's getting, Merriweather's back row got called over the net. Tried to save it. 23-21. Donovan getting ready to serve. He's got a wild spinner. Let's see if he throws it up or if he takes anything off it. The UNB noisemakers trying to give him some trouble. Didn't seem to have much impact. Lucchese unloads down the line. Big kill for number 7. Lucchese makes his way over to the left-hand side of the baseline. Arsenault still having some trouble dialing that pass in. Looks like UNB's called on. I know, didn't see the hand call. UNB was on the net or what the call was. Regardless, it's 24-22, and nobody from the UNB bench is contesting it, so looks like the officials got the call right. Lucchese to Merriweather, runs the middle to Stewart. Picked up by Shannon. Donovan volley attacks it. Free ball coming for Dow. Dowling goes outside to Cross. Somehow kept alive by UNB. Good rally here. Someone's on the net, though, and it's UNB. That's too bad. That was a good rally. Would have been nice to see that one continue on. Dow takes this one 25-22 to even the sets at 1 apiece. 25-22. I'm writing it down as I'm talking to you. Come right back. Set number 3 should be a thriller. We'll be back in a few moments. Welcome back to the Richard J. Curry Center. Ryan Jacobson way up in the nosebleeds, bringing you live commentating from the Richard J. Curry Center. You're watching live RSEQ men's volleyball action. The hosts in black, the UNB Reds. The guests from Halifax, the Dalhousie Tigers, in white. We're all square at one set apiece. UNB took the first one. Set score of 25-20, and then Dal came back roaring in set number 2, 25-22. Bradley Merriweather from UNB will get first serve duties here to start us off in set number 3. The setter, number 1. Dowling runs middle quickly to Shannon. Merriweather bumps it over. Dal goes behind to DeYoung, Josh DeYoung. Cuts that hard and goes line off a UNB defender and out of play. Can't be controlled, so it's a point for the Tigers. DeYoung serve into the net. Point for the Reds. Lucchese will get ready for UNB, number 7. Float serve attempt sails long. I believe that's second service error for number 7. Michael Donovan getting ready to serve now for the Tigers. They're up now 2-1 here in the third. He throws it up. End up being a float serve off a spin toss. Shot there by DeYoung. Off UNB hands and out of play. Point for the Tigers. Donovan gets ready to serve number 2. See what happens here. He's going to throw up the spinner. Unload. UNB keeps it alive though. Nearly a service ace. And DeYoung comes from a long ways away. But it's an attacking error for number 16. Brad Stewart getting ready to serve now for UNB at 2-3. Arsenault to Dowling, goes behind him to DeYoung. Nice pickup there by Stewart. Gets an arm on it, popped it straight up. Good D. Malachi Shannon, number 6, back to serve for the Tigers at 4-2. Jump float just doesn't drop, sails about 5 or 6 feet long. Easy point for the Reds. Noah Boudreau will go back to serve for UNB, number 17. He's in his first year from Greenfield, Nova Scotia. Program has him listed at 6'3". Mishits that off the tips of his fingers into the middle of the net. And that's a point for the Tigers. And their setter, number 14, Quinton Dowling, goes back to retrieve a ball for service. He's got to contend with that UNB noise-making crowd, 4 rows up behind him. Lucchese buries it. Touch call for sure. Line official Sherry Campbell is being brought over. She called a touch. It was off of number 3, the lib for Dal Tigers. Arcel Shiozen. Oh, it's clearly off his shoulder. I normally don't get the calls right from way up here, but that was pretty obvious. Dal not looking to let this one go lightly, though. Dowling over to relay messages from Dan Oda. Kel Surprise not going to change Matt Van Ralte's mind, that's for sure. Number 2 back to serve for UNB. Nick Glynn. Dowling tight the net. Does well to save it. Boudreau with a hitting error. 4 is the call. Dal leads 6-4 now. Cross throws it up into the middle of the little black squares. No chance of that coming over. Donovan has trouble with Kodrick's serve. Good chase though by Cross, who goes up into the stands to try to retrieve that with his foot. Can't make a play. And we are tied up. UNB had been trailing this whole set. 6-6 now. Kodrick still serving. Takes a lot off that one. Arsenault has to hustle to get hands on it. And DeYoung paints the line. Derek Ajicum back to serve now for the Tigers, number 8. His standing float misses wide again. That's his second service error of the evening. Same spot. He brings himself physically over to the left-hand side of the baseline, and he tries to serve to the right-hand side of the UNB court. And both attempts has sailed it closer to the UNB bench than to the court. Back row violation on number 13. Naughty boy Justin Cross crossed the line. Bradley Merriweather back to serve for the Reds. Going after Arsenault. No touch on that one. Tigers looking for it. Little roll shot by Donovan over the UNB blockers. Finds the floor. Merriweather with a pancake attempt. Needs a longer spatula. DeYoung to Nick Glynn. Merriweather gives chase. Boudreau beats it off hands. Out of play. Little Eminem in the house from DJ Mitch. Thought I was at the Super Bowl for a second. Roll shot coming. Jinxed them. Donovan's shot into the net. Point for the Reds. 11-8 now as Eduardo Lucchesi goes back to serve, but not before head coach Dan Oda calls a timeout. Not very pleased, Mr. Oda. He's actually less than pleased. Been a while since I've seen Dan this fired up. Anyway, it's UNB now leading 11-8. Dal had been in control for the first quarter, if you will, of this set. UNB tied it up at around 6 apiece, 7 apiece, somewhere in that wheelhouse. They now lead 11-8. Timeout is over, and Eduardo Lucchese will go back to serve now for UNB, number 7. He throws a spin but floats it. Service ace for number 7. Very similar serve to Donovan's a few points ago, where he throws up the spin but hits it flat. Nice shot there by DeYoung. He uses the UNB hands. That's Stewart and Nick Glynn teaming up out there. They can't control the block though, and it's out of play. Point for the Tigers. And Donovan will go back to serve now for the Tigers. Donovan takes a lot off that one. Handled well by that guy right there, Nick Glynn, who laces that one cross court for a kill.
Outside number 16, Brandon Stewart, back to serve for the Reds.
Brad Stewart throws it up. Going after Arsenault. Had a good pass that time, though. And DeYoung tips over the UNB block. Good D there for Stewart. Quick on his feet to get to that ball. Nice block at the net. Noah Boudreau going to get credit for this one. Kodrick pinched over to help him. That ball was all Boudreau. Stewart serves at 14-9. Arsenault, better pass. Dal runs middle to Malachi Shannon. Go behind this time to DeYoung, who will get a notch in the hitting error, or the attacking error column on the stat sheet for the Tigers. That went into the net. Momentum now shifting squarely on the UNB side. They're starting to pull away here, 15-9. Arsenault still struggling. Ooh, that ball is pushed super tight to the net. UNB smart to lay off of that one. And that will bring us to the technical timeout as UNB reaches 16. Dal trailing at 9. We'll cut away for a few moments, but don't go too far. Set number 3 resumes in a few moments.
As an adult learner, the University of New Brunswick.
Welcome back to the Richard J. Curry Center, live RSEQ men's volleyball action. Set number 3, UNB leading 16-9. The captain, Brad Stewart, back to serve for the Reds. Good pace on that float. Donovan handles it. Cross, little roll shot. Merriweather picks that up. Malachi Shannon there to gobble it up for Dal. And it's a point for the Tigers. Malachi Shannon. Back to serve for Dal. Great pass by Lucchese. Merriweather shoves it to the middle. Kodrick there to redirect it. Off Dal hands and out of play. It's a point for the Reds. 17-10 now. UNB in control. as we get closer to the end of set number 3. Boudreau will get credit for service ace. An uncharacteristic error for Donovan, who's typically a great passer. That one just off the tips of his fingers and out of play. Substitutions for UNB coming into set. Regier replacing Merriweather, and Harris will come in and replace Boudreau. So out are 1 and 17, in 10 and 8. Austin Regier back to serve for the Reds, number 10. Lots of speed on that float. And a good rip there by number 13, Justin Cross. Quinton Dowling will be back to serve for Dow, number 14. Their setter. Kodrick's forced to handle it. Out on the wing to Harris. Free ball coming now for UNB. Should be an easy transition. Regier pipe ball to Lucchese. He'll score. Big smile from number 7. UNB very much in control here, on cruise control actually, 19-11. Good serve by Glenn. And it's a kill for number 8, Ejecum for Dow. UNB defenders didn't look close enough to the net to stop that one. Straight down their arms and on their side of the floor. As Justin Cross gets ready to serve for Dow at 12-19. Nice pass there by Scotty Mann to get to that one. Very athletic. Serve received from libero for UNB, number 5. He gets a big attaboy from the captain, Brad Stewart. Eric Kodrick serve to Arsenault. Point for Dow. Substitutions for Dow Tigers. Again, see this happening fairly often now. For service, out is number 7, Ejecum, and in to serve for him is number 9, Ted Gravison. Harris rips it line, and we have a ball that went on the inside of the antenna. Checking back in, Merriweather, number 1, and number 17, Noah Boudreau. And they're replacing Harris, number 8, and Regier, number 10. Gravison still serving for Dow, number 9 on the score sheet. This one's got to come over. Merriweather pops it over, free ball for Dow. Dow runs middle, stopped there by Stewart. And DeYoung, he goes line this time, he'll score. Dow hanging tough, only trailing by 5 now, it's 15-20. Timeout for UNB at 20:15. Take a moment here to send a shout out all the way to Edmonton, Alberta to Heidi Morris. Heidi's another proud UNBer. Hashtag proudly UNB. Heidi played 5 years here for the Reds. Back in the heyday. Want to thank her for taking the effort to join in. She had some technical difficulties early on, but she's on the webcast now. Nice to have you along, Heidi. Hope all is well in Wayne Gretzky land. If you're just joining us, you may have missed the first 2 sets, Heidi. UNB took the first one 25-20, and then Dal came roaring back 25-22. We currently sit in the latter stages of set number 3. It's UNB leading by a score of 20-15. Gravison still serving for Dal. He throws up his float. Gives Nick Lynn some trouble. He has to volley this one over to keep it in play. Ripped hard by 16. That's DeYoung out in the wing. Dal making a game of this one, only trailing now by 4. It's 16-20. Gravison still serving. UNB needs to stop this run. Lucchese, a little bit of trouble, but he'll get set out in the wing, pushes it off a block. Dal scrambles now. A little off speeder coming. Boudreau forced. We got a player down. Brad Stewart, this is not good. Their captain, their big middle blocker. He's in a lot of pain. 2 athletic therapists over there, and head coach Dan McMorrin also out on the floor to give him a hand. I realize from my monitor, the folks at home can't see what's going on. But I didn't see what happened, if he came down and rolled on another foot perhaps, or if he rolled his ankle on his own. But UNB captain Brad Stewart is in considerable pain in the middle of the UNB side of the floor. I'd love to be able to fill the air with some novel stats, if you will, or some league updates, but it's been so long since any of these teams have played. Of course, the RSEQ conference, for lack of a better word, I guess that's what it actually is called. It's called the conference. So Dal and UNB are in that conference with Sherbrooke, Montreal, Laval, and there's another one. It's escaping me right now. Anyway, competition's been suspended for so long because of the pandemic, if you will. I don't have the. It's almost like we're starting new in terms of the season. Crowd and both teams giving applause to Stewart, who's being helped off the floor now. Injury substitution for UNB. Checking in is number 6, Travis Pruitt. He'll take the place of Stewart. Play resumes. Gravison still serving for Dal. It's 16-20. Lucchese goes high. Kept alive by Dal. Merriweather connects with Pruitt in the middle. One swing, one kill. Pretty good stat so far, number 6. Batting 1,000, kid. Merriweather goes back to serve now for UNB. Sure they'd like to win this one for their captain. It's 21-16 now. Big block by UNB, kept alive by Dal. Donovan goes up, pushes off 2 UNB blockers. Battle at the net now. Pruitt, good D. Dowling goes outside to Donovan. Tight. Good hustle there by Mann. Came from another area code to pick that one up. Somebody's on the net. I don't know who it was, but it's a point for Dow. Looked like a UNB defender on the net is the call. Pass by Glenn. Merriweather goes behind him. Lucchese. And he'll score. Dow can't keep it alive. Nathaniel Hayburn will come in to serve now for Lucchese. Number 4 in for 7. Hayburn serving at 22-17. Make that 22-18 with his service error. Dal firmly still in this one. For a long while it looked like UNB was on cruise control. Or at least that's what I led you to believe, but I was a little premature with that one. 18-22. Donovan getting ready to serve. He'll throw up the spin. Mann to Merriweather. He runs Pruitt in the middle. Oh, I thought that ball was down. Kept alive by Dal. Merriweather again. To Boudreau. Good D by Dal. Back to Boudreau again. Gets on top of it. And this time it's out of control by DeYoung. Can't reel it in. And Pruitt will go back to serve now for UNB, number 6. First year middle from Osler, Saskatchewan. Jump float coming. Goes after Arsenault. As is everybody for UNB right now. Serving at the libero for Dal, number 4. With the black jersey on. It's set point for Pruitt. It's 24-18. UNB leading the Dal Tigers in set number 3. Pruitt served into the net. Point for the Tigers.
Serving for the Tigers, number 6, Malachi Shannon.
Malachi Shannon will go back to the line for the white. For the white team. For the Dal Tigers. In the white jerseys. Scott Mann with a pretty good pass. Out to Nick Glynn on the wing. Cross gives it a spank. Codrick smart to lay off that one. It didn't come over yet. Merriweather pops up a high one to Nick Glynn. Who can't do much with that one. That's a point for Dal. Malachi Shannon. I've already said he's got the best volleyball name in the gym right now, and he does. It's fun to say. Boudreau, he'll rip it cross. Picked up by Donovan. Dowling goes behind him to DeYoung, and he is stopped at the net by Codrick. And Nick Glynn for the UNB's 25th point. UNB taking the set 25-20. The same score as set number 1. So it's a 2-1 lead. We'll be back with set number 4 in a few moments. Go grab a beverage and come right back. We'll have more live volleyball action from the Curry Center in a few moments. Welcome back to the Richard J. Curry Center. Just about set to start set. I knew that was going to come out weird. We are just about to begin set number 4. That's what I should have said in the first place. Your UNB Reds up 2 sets to 1 here in what is essentially the restart of conference play after such a long hiatus because of the pandemic. Both teams keen to get back at competition. Set number 4, the first server here will be Josh DeYoung, number 16 for Dal. Kodrick blisters that. Shiozen with a good dig though for Dal, number 3, the defending lib. Merriweather goes behind him, sets a bit low, but Boudreau managed to get a good swing on it. Boudreau, good D. Just sits back and absorbs that shot. Donovan, nice pickup by Boudreau. Good chase there by Scotty Mann. Great action here. Dowling pops it up. Donovan unloads. Good block by UNB. Donovan again. Swings this time. No touch. And straight down on the UNB side. Point for the Tigers. It's a hard-fought point. Merriweather with the assist. Lucchese, hard cross-court kill shot. Tight to the net. Donovan blisters it. 2-1 Dow. Michael Donovan getting ready to serve for Dow at 2-1. Throws it up. Unloads. Service ace. Nick Glynn can't control it. Service here for Donovan, sails that one long. Lucchese getting ready to serve here for UNB, number 7, throws it up. Service error into the net.
Now server number 6, Malachi Shannon.
Back row ball for Lucchese, connects with Merriweather on that one. Big kill for number 7. It's like the gym has gone quiet. We need a little bit of energy here. Dal up by 1. It's 4-3 for the Tigers. Travis Prum gets ready to serve for UNB. Into the net it goes. Just no flow to this at all right now. Service errors on both sides. The crowd has gone quiet. In-house DJs playing love ballads. Everybody's crying. No, just kidding. Number 14 back to serve now. That's the setter for Dow. Quinton Dowling. Nice pass there by Scott Mann. Scotty Mann's playing really well. The libero with the white jersey on for UNB. A lot of teams are opting, like Dal's been opting for a passing lib, and then they sub their lib out for a defending lib. UNB sticking with Mann for all duties, really, serving and He's lightning quick. He covers a pile of ground. Gets a lot of balls that probably most attacking teams don't think he's going to get to. Lucchese with a kill from an awkward position. Back in position 1. Kind of swing crossbody and change his footwork a little bit just to reach it. Nick Glynn back to serve for UNB number 2. The Reds trail the Tigers by 1. It's 5-6. Early yet. Good hands there by Glynn to keep it live. Lucchese's going to have to bump this over to Dal. A little bit sloppy on both sides. No touch on that one. Looked like number 16, Josh DeYoung, was looking to push that off the UNB hands and out of play, but he got the top of the tape. So it's a point for the Reds, and we're all squared up here at 6. Both sides need to take a breather and get into a flow here. Arsenault to Dowling, goes behind him to Cross, and Cross will score. Merriweather has to hustle. Lucchese hits it. And Derek Jeckham chased it over by the sidelines, but it just shanked off his arm and out of play. Eric Kodrick will back to serve now for UNB. It's 7-7. Float serve that just didn't fall. Sailed long, that's a point for Dow. And back to serve for the Tigers, number 16, Josh DeYoung. Boudreau has to volley that over. Quentin Dowling has to hustle. Donovan swings, stopped by Merriweather. Merriweather's putting on a block clinic here this evening. That's his 4th of the evening. 8-8. Arsenault to Dowling, feeds the middle. Malachi Shannon. And he blocks Kodrick's attempt. 4 hits on UNB side. Just no rhythm at all here on either side of the court. Dow up by 1, 9-8. Michael Donovan back to serve for the Tigers. Gets ready, throws it up. Into the net. Trying to make it entertaining for you folks. Hard to do with service errors and free balls. 9-9, Eduardo Lucchese will go back to serve for UNB, number 7. Arsenault to Dowling, out to Cross, beats it high off hands, kept alive by Lucchese. Merriweather goes back to Boudreau, roll shot. And Arsenault hustles to keep it alive. Cross to Lucchese. Merriweather, pipe ball to Lucchese, and he misses. And it's a point for Dow. Lucchese, Boudreau gets a hand on it. Volleyed over by Nick Glynn. Dowling the cross. Lucchese picks it up off his wrists. Good rally here, a little bit of action. That's tight to the net though, careful. I said careful, he didn't listen to me. Boudreau, you're on the net. Point 4 to the Tigers. Malachi Shannon back to serve. Good hustle by Mann, but his attempt went into the net and then came back onto him, so he got called for 2 contacts. Dal up by 12. A much-needed timeout for everybody, I think. Head coach Dan McMorran calling a timeout. His guys need to settle it down, and both teams need to get in the groove. We'll be back in a few moments. We'll be right back. Don't go too far away. Timeout is over, and Malachi Shannon will go back to serve now for Dal. They're up by 3. It's 12-9. Merriweather tight to the tape. Good save to get that ball, and that'll be a point for Nick Lynn. Little roll shot finds the floor. Travis Pruitt goes back to serve now for UNB. It's number 6, and we're serving at 10-12. Tight to the tape. Slam dunk by Donovan. That's a point for the Tigers. A little bit of a throw, but like I said earlier, that's all legal now. Casey to Merriweather. Feeds the middle. Kodrick blisters it. Goes cross body. Catches the sideline. More energy in the gym now, that's for sure. Double sub, just as we've seen in the other sets. Checking out is Boudreau, number 17, and Merriweather, number 1. In comes Austin Regier to set, and in to block to the front row is Jacob Harris, number 8. So 10 and 8 in for 1 and 17. And Regier will go back to serve now. Tip shot, good hustle by Regier to get a hand on that. Kept alive. And we got a antenna call. Got some discussions happening now with the lines official and R2 being summoned to the stand to talk to R1 Matt Van Ralte over a call. See it now, the discussion that's happening. Head coach Dan McMorran was trying to get the attention of Matt Van Ralte. See if this gets overturned. Looked like UNB had a valid point. And they're bringing the captains over now to discuss it. Wouldn't be surprised if they just call a reserve and start this one over. No reserve. They're giving that to UNB. Now, of course, we'll have Dan Oda come over and have a chat. He'll want an explanation for sure, as he's owed. Wants to understand what's going on. Service, Austin Regier back to serve now. UNB down by 1. It's 12-13. Big stop there at the net through the middle. Kodrick shutting down Ejeckham. Austin Regier with a service error. Nearly went over, caught the top of the tape, but stayed on the UNB side, so it's a point for the Tigers. Another service error. This time on cross for Dal, number 13.
Server for the Reds, number 2, Nick Glenn.
14 aside here in set number 4. Nick Lynn throws it up. His jump float is handled by Cross. Dowling goes behind him to DeYoung. Scotty Mann popped it up, but his teammates couldn't follow through and keep it alive, so that's a point for the Tigers, who now lead by 1. It's 15-14. Dowling goes out to DeYoung, spanks it hard, defended well by UNB, but we have an overbump and DeYoung's called on the net. R2, Darren Doucette, Hawkeye on the floor. So Gravenson checking back out. Number 9 did his service duties. And it's now, we're all squared at 15. With Eric Kodrick back to the line now, number 11. He's got a good float. Lots of speed on that, but just wouldn't fall. Technical timeout as Dal reaches 16 first. It's 16-15. We'll take a brief break here and throw it over to our commercials. Go grab a beverage and a snack and come right back. Sorry for the rhyme. I do it all the time. Welcome back from the technical timeout. Dal leading 16-14 here in the 4th set. And it's Justin DeYoung, Josh DeYoung. There is a Justin on the roster, but it's Justin Cross. So DeYoung back to serve. Nick Lynn to Merriweather to Lucchese, who bombs it out the back. Touch call. Dal side not happy at all, but UNB gets a touch call.
Substitution for UNB. Check back into the game will be number 1, Bradley Merriweather, and number 17, Noah Boudreau.
Merriweather back in, as is Boudreau. And Regier and Harris checking out. Merriweather will go back to serve at 16s. Arsenault with a good pass. Dal runs middle, but they miss wide. That's Malachi Shannon, who sends it over to the UNB bench. Merriweather throws it up. Arsenault passing better now. Donovan redirects off UNB blockers. Good pick up there by Mann. Arsenault to Dowling, goes behind him. Dowling behind him again, but this time on the other side to Donovan. Swing there by Cross. Lucchese pops it up. Boudreau, little roll shot. Picked up by Arsenault. Dowling, pipe ball to Cross. Oh, good hustle there by Scotty Mann to keep that alive. Boudreau helping him out. Oh, good dig by Merriweather. And a put away by Malachi Shannon. No blockers. Nice little decoy there by Dowling, the setter for Dow. Now the crowd at the Curry Center is into it. Something to cheer about as we're tied at 17 here. Both teams with more energy. And the love ballads from the DJ have stopped. Malachi Shannon gets ready to serve. Number 5 in the program, number 1 in your hearts if you're a Dow supporter. His serve square into the little black squares. That's an easy point for the Reds. UNB now leading. I believe it might be the first lead of this set, 18-17. Lucchese goes back. In preparation for his serve, throws it up. Cross to Dowling, goes behind him to DeYoung. Scotty Mann. Lucchese had to cover a pile of ground to get to that one. Mann pops it over. Free ball for Dow. Let's see what they do. Dowling pumps it out to Cross, and there's a ball handling call on, I didn't even see who that was. Some sort of a lift.
Back to number 6.
18 apiece. Boudreau goes line, picked up by Shannon. And Cross goes line. Sounds funny, eh? Funny, it'd be better if Cross went cross. Justin Cross hits a line shot. But it's out of play, and it's a point for UNB. UNB now leading 19-18. Pruitt throws it up. His float serve catches the top of the tape, but falls over onto the Dow side. And a big block by Kodrick. He had a hand there by Nick Lynn, who set the block. Kodrick closed it, shutting down that Dow attack on the left, on the right side rather. UNB leads by 2. Timeout, Dow Tigers. Dan Oda.
And tonight's match is presented to you by Bell Alliance that offers the fastest ranked internet according to PC Mag, where available.
That will conclude the timeout. We are set to enjoy this thrilling conclusion to set number 4. You're watching live RSEQ men's volleyball action from the Richard J. Curry Center at the University of New Brunswick in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. How's that for a mouthful? The guests in white, the Dalhousie Tigers from Halifax. The hosts in black, the Reds from Freddie Beach. Travis Pruitt getting ready to serve here. Number 6 takes a big breath in. He throws it up. It's a good one. Goes after Arsenault. Dowling out to Cross. Tips it over. Merriweather's forced to handle it. Lucchese pops it up. And Nick Lynn with a little side stutter step and an easy cross-court swing puts it out of play for the Tigers, and it's a point for the Reds. Pruitt serves at 21-18. Arsenault with a good pass. Dowling has lots of options here. Goes to Cross, who has to volley it over. Nick Glynn gets on top of that one. Arsenault with a good dig off to his right. Great hang time there by Kodrick. That's Donovan from the back row who tried to tip it. But Kodrick just hung there for seemingly forever and threw it back down on the Dal side. 22-18, causing Dan Oda to call a very unhappy timeout. I want to also acknowledge the Dal fans that are watching from home, from coast to coast. Thank you for joining the webcast. Hope you're enjoying it, just as we enjoy the webcast from the Dal production crew when UNB goes down there to play. Nice to stay in touch with friends and family, and I know the student athletes appreciate your support as well, whether you're watching in the stands or at home. So thanks for joining us. 22-18 here in the fourth. Travis Pruitt getting ready, number 6. Donovan forced to handle that one. Goes out to cross. Merriweather pops it up to Glynn. Broken play coming here, free ball. Lucchese to Merriweather, goes behind him to Boudreau. He gives that a ride. Donovan can't handle it. I think Donovan thought it was going to be coming at him harder than it did, and I think that caused him to hesitate just a minute. 23-18, UNB getting close to a 3-1 take over the Tigers. Pruitt serve to Arsenault. Dowling pumps it out to cross. Good pickup by Lucchese. Merriweather pops it sky high to Nick Glynn. Donovan can't control it. Off his hands and out of play. That's a kill for Nick Glynn, and that gives UNB their 24th point. One more. We have set match point here. And it's Travis Pruitt, who's having a great match after coming in for an injured captain Brad Stewart, who had an injury at the net in the latter stages of set number 3. Pruitt served to Arsenault. Dowling goes behind him. And Donovan makes no mistakes, blisters that ball from the back row. Catches the end line. Dal lives to serve another one. It's 19-24. Dowling now will be setting from the back row. He goes back to serve, number 14. So UNB will get a chance to swing for the win. Merriweather's got some weapons to pick from here. Oh, the set is off the mark, but Glynn keeps it alive. The hitting error on number 13, Justin Cross, to give UNB their 25th point and a 3-1 win. Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys will come back and watch tomorrow. If you can't make it to the Curry Center, these two teams play again tomorrow. It'll be the same web link on YouTube. They play tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. So join us again for RSEQ men's volleyball action. UNB taking on Dal again tomorrow at 2:30. Join us then. Have a great evening. Stay safe and have a great time.